now and kick us off for the night.
Alright, I'm just doing some finishing touches.
No problem. I say I'm going to kick us off, and Madman leaves.
No,
He throws his headset on.
yeah. See, I'm gonna get into character.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah. All I'm doing now is I'm picking specialties in my stats.
I really need
before.
to pee real quick.
You know
I
what?
shouldn't have drank so much coffee. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Go as quick as I can.
I'm just going to give you all. I'm going to give you all a flaw that says the DM hates you.
No, I'm kidding.
I found this website that actually runs you through character creation for Changeling. I don't know how up to date it is, but it's what I've been using.
It's the dreaming, so it's the version we're using.
Well, the one we're using is the 20th anniversary one, isn't it?
It's Dreaming 20th anniversary. Yeah.
I don't know if this is updated to it. That's what I'm basing everything on. So what we're using should have everything I've used. It might just be worded different. I don't think it's going to be a major issue.
He will kill you for it.
It looks like this one's for revised.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for those not aware, you had Changeling first, Changeling second, Changeling revised.
Okay.
And then 20th anniversary kind of takes the rules for all three of those and and normalizes them and rewords them to make more sense.
Mm.
So it's going to be pretty close to spot on.
Okay. Okay. And once we're done today, I'll go through the actual book and fix everything.
Yeah. There might be the odd thing that's costed one higher or lower. It's not going to be a big deal.
No. It might just be the difference of, hey, I have 4 resources instead of 3.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope I do. I want that change. Because I don't want any more flaws. I already have, like 3 or 4.
I'd love to hear that.
I have 4 flaws. Overconfident, curiosity, echoes, minor, changeling's eyes.
I think all of us have around 4 flaws, so...
And I only have 1 merit, though. Commanding voice. Which fit.
Yeah. Hear me! Okay. Alright.
Yeah. This also gave recommendations for like what your specialties can be, and that's what I'm going to look at.
That is quite handy.
I think he did. Yeah, he lists them like for manipulation. There's cunning, deceitful, glib, patient, persuasive. Ooh, underhanded.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, your character just died.
Yeah, super weird.
Alright.
We made you eat cold iron.
I have cold iron resistance, and I'm a red cap, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
much
making a red cap, that's just not even gonna...
Oh, fuck.
I mean, a red cap can digest nuclear waste.
It's a mild inconvenience at best.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, they are...
I need some Pepto-Bismol now.
Oh, my tummy hurts. What have you done?
I was so hoping that we would have like a red cap that would take treasures, because there's a 5-dot treasure called the Ashes of Asnir that are basically, the whole idea of the red caps is that they started out as dreams of voracious hunger, and the ashes are actually the ashes of the first red cap. And just the slightest pinch of the ashes, when it lands, will start to devour anything edible.
Oh.
And it can spread for miles.
Oh.
And just wipe out crops, fields. And then not only that, but where the ashes land, nothing will grow for a year and a day.
Why would we want that? Like, oh,
Casey,
I'm just
why are
gonna
you
nuke
telling
this
me
town.
this?
Ugh. And then...
The only thing is, there's a very limited amount of the ashes left, and they can never be replenished once they're gone.
What happens if a red cap eats to it?
It doesn't end well.
Okay.
You don't want to eat it.
Put it this way. If a non-red cap eats a pinch of the ashes, they gain a red cap's hunger for a year.
But without the red cap's ability to digest and feast?
Well,
or are you talking about the merit?
I'm talking
like
about
the
I'm
thingy?
talking about the amount that a red cap has to consume. They can't consume anything they couldn't consume before,
Right.
but they just have to consume more and more and more to feed themselves. Now imagine a red cap that gets that.
Good God.
They basically just turn into they just do nothing but eat. And they're never full.
Start sucking up a volcano. That's what I would do.
Yeah, so I mean this
You just
Dig a hole
You
in a
just-
volcano and absorb the pressure that comes out. That's what I,
mean,
would
why
do.
not just live on the lava?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Anyhow,
That must give you the most horrendous shits, though. Just a diet of nothing but lava.
Yeah, that would have to burn.
I get used to it.
There's some molten iron in there. Not gonna hurt as bad, but hey, it's superheated iron.
Yeah, that wouldn't be pleasant, especially if you had an iron allergy.
Oh god, no. A red cap with an iron allergy. It'd be weird.
Yeah, I can eat nuclear waste, I can eat anything, but not iron.
Yeah. Nope. No. Okay, I've picked my specializations now. I went with cunning for manipulation, style for appearance because that makes sense,
Yeah.
and political intimidation. I have
And-
3 political connection.
and what we never knew which house we actually. Yeah,
House.
Lenhound.
Lenhound. Okay, yeah,
Lennon.
Lenhound. Yeah. Okay, I have a kid.
What are birthrights and frailties? I don't recall offhand.
Those are your...
Just things you get.
That's the bonus and the negative for the kith that you
Oh.
choose.
Okay, that's where that goes.
The frailty is the curse of your house, and the birthright is the bonus.
Okay. That's for the houses.
No,
No, sorry, for the
kid.
kith.
Okay.
House...
Has to have a boon and a flaw.
What's the house again? Leon...
Lenhon.
No.
Leon Han. Got it.
No.
Oh, and it's not a point to appearance, and it's an extra point to charisma.
Ah, right, yes. Charisma, not...
But I still have 5 appearance. Now I have 4 charisma. I have 4 in all of my social stats.
Very nice.
Here we go. Birthrights. 2 extra dice. 2 extra dots of appearance. I've already applied that. I don't get an affinity, do I? Even though I'm an autumn machine.
Well, Autumn She, you just get the birthright for Autumn rather than the one for Arcadian.
Oh, yeah, because right here there are 2 birthrights.
Yeah, you'll need to check the 20th anniversary book for that.
Okay.
Because they actually separated them out into 2 separate kiths to simplify it.
Got it.
I have completely forgotten how to spell. Oh, there we go. Anything.
Disney has ruined you for spelling.
Yeah, Disney's ruined me for a lot of things. But I'm booked
Alright,
to go back.
Yay! Bounties and frailties. I'm just going to copy paste those for now. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about it right now. I'm just going to fix it later.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, because I don't think we're going to do anything major this session.
What made you think that we wouldn't do anything major the first session?
Well, I don't know what you're planning, but I'm blowing up the park.
Oh
With
yeah,
the
I mean,
ashes,
now that
'cause I have 5
Casey has
points
so
of
many
treasure.
wonderful
Just kidding.
memories connected to
I
this
have a
park,
5-point
we gotta
treasure.
destroy it.
I don't have any treasure.
What? There are vampires here? Just drop all of it.
Oh, werewolf! When we are done with Disney, it will just be a burning husk of its former self.
Okay.
Now my charisma. I am now persuasive.
Can Casey, can
Mhm.
a specialty in medicine be in Fey, like the mains, or
Oh,
like
Fey
using-
medicine.
But
Are they
we are
physically
still like
different? or-
bodies, like the other is spirit and the others.
Right.
You could, I suppose, specialize in
these-
chimerical
medicine?
medicine. But
Okay.
chimerical medicine would be more along the lines of mixing a potion using dragon's blood and knowing what it's going to do to help.
Okay, so like something a knocker would probably do.
Yeah, but I mean, anyone could do that. It's just your specialty in medicine would relate more to things that you can find in the dream rather than in the real world.
Okay.
So it's not. I mean, it could also translate over into being able to treat chimerical creatures. So if you find an injured dragon, you would know what to do.
Why would you want to help a dragon when you can slay the dragon?
When you could eat the dragon,
Yeah, that too.
Mr. Redcap.
Eat its heart. Gain its powers.
That's how it works.
To hell with its
Go on,
heart, I would.
stop talking.
I want the
Chimerical
legs.
medicine would tell you if that's the truth.
Yes, it would. So,
Yeah, none of us knows. We're like, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, go ahead.
my only equipment is my 95 Caterham Super 7. This is car. Because offhand, that's all I can think of.
I'm gonna take that if that's okay. Like chimerical medicine.
Yeah,
Someone-
I'm fine with that.
I'm just going to list tech company and house in MISC. How much would a tech company cost to start with resources? That would
Bear in
probably
mind-
eat a bunch of it.
Bear in mind that a lot of your tech companies started as something in some guy's house with a computer.
That's true. And this guy, and my character is in his 30s, so it's not impossible to say that he just started one when he was very young.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's also modern day, right?
Yeah, it's modern day. He's 36. He was born in 81.
Yeah, so I mean, you have a lot of tech companies that didn't have huge costs to start with,
Okay.
especially those involved in software and things like that.
Yeah. And yeah, I can just say most of his resources are just tied up in the company. He can't really do anything with them.
Yeah.
Legally, he can't, because that would be illegal.
Yep.
And he has law too, I think? Like,
Ah, there we go. I finally found the connections map I've been looking for. Has everyone had a chance to look over the connections map?
Yeah, but it
I believe I've
confused
seen
me,
it once,
so-
but I've lost the link, so...
So, I don't know if I don't remember if I've seen it or not.
I mean, it's on the thing. Hang on.
Is that a bird?
Hmm?
Oh, no.
Down there.
Thank you.
That's my wife shouting at the puppy.
Okay. I was like, does somebody have a parrot? Just because through the mic it was great. Through the mic and through this, it sounded weird. Like, I think there's been times where we've heard a bird going nuts in the background of someone's webcam
Yeah, no,
before.
that wasn't me.
I've got to sign up. Reboot.
That shit didn't work, Casey. Use this one.
Lucid
Or-
chart.
What? That link works. It's fine.
You
I
gotta
came
log
to-
in.
What do you mean log in?
The Disney World of Darkness thing? Oh, I like that, Casey. That's clever.
Accept invitation of the. I don't have an account.
Log in. Make one.
Okay.
Just use a Google account.
This tells you, like...
Yeah,
This
no.
tells you, like, background, or not
Yeah, this
backgrounds,
is-
but,
this
like,
is very different. This
political affiliations.
This actually shows you the connectivity between everything.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot more to it.
Holy shit, dude!
I'm having trouble
Yeah.
finding where the changelings
Damn.
Mine's loading. How
What
long
do you
did this
mean you're
take you,
finding?
Casey?
What do you mean you're having trouble finding where the changelings are?
Probably
Anything,
the-
Listen,
anything that's a circle is changelings.
there's a lot of fucking shapes on this shit, okay?
Yeah, and circles are a fairly easy one to recognize.
I love that Fantasyland is all changeling.
Yep.
Part of Tomorrowland is... That's about it, really. Huh.
Oh, there are demons too here? Shit.
And they're overlap. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Some of them overlap, so Tomorrowland is mages and changelings.
Go fuck yourself, Casey.
Oh, no!
There's not gonna be a fucking demon like unleashing its true form because it'll wipe out Disneyland. You know this.
Casey's going to destroy Disneyland.
Demons.
At any second, that demon could go, snap, everything's gone in a fireball.
I don't see any demons on the map, to be fair.
I do.
Oh, wait, I didn't scroll down, holy shit.
Rock and roller coaster demons.
They don't have that many places, which I'm glad for, but still.
I'm glad Hollywood Studios is mostly changelings.
Yep, and some mages.
Yeah, some mages. Who cares about mages, though? We already did that game.
My main question is, where are we in this?
You're nowhere yet.
We haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would be Fantasyland though, because that's the stronghold of the
changelings. Yeah. It looks like Tomorrowland's big mage territory, even though it overlaps a little bit with changelings.
Well, if you actually read through the thing that Madman linked, what you find is that at Tomorrowland Speedway, you often have, like, Sons of Ether designed vehicles racing against, like, knocker chimerical vehicles.
Oh, that's cool.
That's nice.
They hold races between them to see who can make the better things.
But as I look at it, it looks like the Magic Kingdom is mostly mages, except for Fantasyland.
Are you
Which
surprised by a place called
Mages
the
and
Magic
changelings
Kingdom?
get along well, don't they?
In a lot of cases, yes.
Okay, so that's not going to be too bad.
Well, that's still...
you have to understand that changelings are all about people who dream.
And I bet mages have the best dreams.
Mages are all about people who realize that they can make their dreams real.
Oh, okay.
Think that one through, and you realize that the changelings view mages as the top rung of humanity.
Can I just say, I love that Country Bear Jamboree is a werewolf, Karen.
Technically, it's not.
Oh.
If you look, it is Big Al the Growl. He's a werebear.
Oh. Nice.
But all of the were creatures share that same shape.
Why do I feel this is going to be so full of puns?
I like
it. I'm just saying.
Jedi are controlled by tradition mages. I like that. Who else would they be, really?
I like that.
I guess changelings could kind of, maybe, vaguely.
Perfect. The technocracy hold the dark side part of the Star Wars center.
But my main thing is, I love how
lightsabers
the
and all of those, like the thing where on the scene and they have these toy fights that are actual real fights, like with real lightsabers. Like, like, oh, this is a very good show. Shit, applause.
Oh nope, I found the demons. I now see where the demons are.
I like how none of the hunters have allies.
No, fuck them.
You notice
none of them. Fuck them. They're vaguely neutral with the technocracy, but I doubt that's gonna last.
They're like, okay, we're pissing everyone off. Let's not make one more enemy.
No, they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're not even friends with each other. The two hunters aren't even allies with each other. They act like they don't exist.
Oh, that's actually funny.
The thing is, they're not even neutral with each other.
They're active enemies, aren't they?
No,
they
just
nothing.
have no relation.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah, it's like,
because if they're
you
enemies,
fuck my sister, go fuck yourself.
They're not allies. They're not enemies. They're not neutral. They just refuse to acknowledge each other.
So you could attack one group, and the other group would do nothing.
And what I noticed is Tom Sawyer's, Twain's Army and the Minutemen are both very, like, mid, like, early America times. So that makes me think it goes back to, like, the early like northern and southern families fighting each other, like hating each other, like being the main reason there's war. I don't know. Just reminds me of it.
Oh God, this is.
Are they the like type of people who dress in and role play in early America's Civil War?
Reenactment.
Well, in Tom Sawyer's Island, most of them are actually cast.
Yeah, I figured. Very appropriate.
Is it horribly racist? Tom Sawyer's Island.
All hunters are. What are you talking about?
That's their point. That's their thing.
We're different.
By the way, I almost did a goof and picked hatred flaw in Mexicans because I just thought it was funny. It's like, it's just horribly racist. It's worth 4 points.
Yeah, that definitely would have covered. So, let's then begin with a brief description of each of your characters. So, just start with Taylor, the leader of this motley house. Tell me about yourself.
I'm the autumn she named Halamar, the ugly duckling of the family, with my 5 appearance. Sadly, I haven't got a ton to his personality yet. I worked more on the human.
Okay, tell us about that.
His name is... I forgot his initial. I actually have a full name for him. Where is it? His name is Dwight A. Segovia. He was born in 1981. In San Francisco Bay. I'm just trying to remember everything, so I'll commit it. Scroll down. He owns a tech company in Silicon Valley. Really it. The only thing else is his business status, where he's just ruthless. Sorry. Again, I worked up most of this almost exclusively last night. So, I'll have to build parts of it out as I go. But
okay, so you are an unseelie she from San Francisco. You own a tech company,
which is in Silicon Valley. My home is in San Francisco, but I just commute. Because why not? It's probably easier to get a... What's the word? I'm trying to think of the zoning type. Commercial. It's probably easier to get commercial land in Silicon Valley than it is in San Francisco Bay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I just have my home on the bay, and I just drive to work. Or just call in when I don't feel like going in. I own the company. I can do that. What are they going to do? Fire me?
So looking at it, you have a high appearance, manipulation, and charisma.
I'm all focused toward business and law.
And you have a very low strength.
Yes, I am. My physical is pitiful.
Okay.
Best thing I have is 3 decks. So I'm not falling over everything, I just can't lift. I don't lift, bro, I'm sorry.
Background, you have title. You have political connections.
And resources, all at 3.
Okay, and your connections, are those mainly local? Are they, what kind of connections are those?
I'd say they're more state connections than city connections. That'd be where I would have focused.
Okay.
Because that would make getting things done outside of the state a bit easier if I have those connections, rather than just to the city.
Makes sense.
Like getting things brought in that I need, I might be able to get them cheaper. Because I think most of that import, the fines on imports, even from out of state, go to the state, not the cities. States would handle that. Yeah. So.
For your arts, you went all sovereign.
Yep. Because I remember not mentioning you just need really high sovereign, and I went with it. I just pumped everything into sovereign. 3 sovereign.
You just gotta command shit.
Yup. My rounds are a bit more spread out.
Okay. Your
I'm
realms.
just going to use it. Yeah, my realms are a bit weird.
Your realms are a little bit more spread out. You've got Fey and Scene, and you have Prop and Actor.
Yes. With the bigger focus in Fey and Scene, which is manipulating other Fey and objects, which makes sense in a tech company.
Very true.
If I can't get to work the hard way, I'll do it the easy way.
Not like a knocker does it, though, by shouting things into working.
No. That's the hard way.
Yeah, no, a knocker can actually curse at something and make it work.
That's great.
That's actually their kind of kith bonus.
Yes.
Yeah. So the next time you see a mechanic that's just swearing his way through a job,
The knocker.
he might not actually just be swearing, and that might actually be how he fixes things.
Oh my god, am I a knocker? I hate working on cars. I hate it.
Your merits, you have commanding voice.
Mm-hmm.
Flaws, you have overconfident. Curiosity.
Minor echoes, which means if someone throws a pinch of salt over their shoulder, well, my magic just doesn't work on you now. Which I love. This is kind of why I fixated on it.
And changeling eyes.
And I went with gold because I actually know someone who had gold eyes. Son of a bitch was a changeling.
Oh, I thought you meant a real person. I like
No, I do.
bullshit.
No, a real person. I went to high school with him. Yeah. It's not a
Hang on.
joke.
Just gotta go check if you went to some like, oh yeah, there were vampires and werewolves at my high school. Didn't you guys go to one of
They're
those?
not. They were amber colored. It's just like a really extremely light and bright brown.
Okay, sorry, didn't mean to get you guys off track. It just sounded.
No, it's fine. But
weird.
this character's eyes are actual gold colored. So, but at least to the average person, like, oh, they're just amber.
Makes
To a
sense.
hunter, hey, you should come with me behind this building, so I can viciously murder you. Yes.
I concur. I support that completely. The murdering you bit.
Aha, joke's on you, I don't have a family. Shareholders will get the company.
And title 3. I'm just looking up. What does that mean? Your title actually is?
That was like Baron or Baroness, I think.
Okay.
I felt that fit in the Fae.
Yeah, certainly.
Because I think Title 1's just a knight. Title 2 is like a lord. But then it's Baron, then Duke and Duchess, and then King and Queen.
Is Baron higher than Lord?
I believe it is. Lord's a minor title, I think.
Yeah, Baron is above Lord.
Yeah.
Sounds-
Lord is like over a town, a Baron's over like a county.
Okay.
Or like
It's
a-
Lord sounds like I don't know. In my mind, it sounds like the
So my name my proper title would be Baron Halamar.
oh, that's cool.
It is.
Baron Halamar Leon.
Oh yeah.
Your full. Yeah.
Because then I tag the house name at the end.
Yeah, so your house, which is fairly influential as you are a baron, is one of the kind of
Glamour hungry houses.
primary offshoots of the larger House Leon. So you politically, because of the fact that some of the other house lords and barons that are part of the same family, because a lot of them are a lot older, they did manage to usurp a lot of your house's power when your father died. So you don't have a great deal of court leverage at the moment.
But it wouldn't be something that would be impossible to get.
Correct, yes. You're in a position where really you're just kind of coming into the point where it's starting to you're starting to actually pay attention to that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Kim,
It probably hasn't been long since he died. Yeah. Kim,
Hey,
you
Kim.
missed all of my character, and I will be right back. Just to spike.
You've missed tons, and now you've also screwed up the cameras.
Hi. You're welcome, and yes, I know I missed tons. There's been a couple of things happening. So, yeah.
Was one of them you dying?
Oh.
Then I do not accept the excuses.
No, but my possible child might have.
Oh.
Oh, that's not cool.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
That it happens. So don't worry. But yeah. Also, I was gonna jump in. I'm gonna have to skip a few sessions. That's kind of why I came on. There's a couple of things going on. So I'm gonna...
completely understandable, man.
Yeah. So I'll let you guys know. I've read up some on the changeling. I'll be honest. I hate the system. Well, that's a different matter.
Okay.
So I might be QQing a bit later.
Okay. Why don't you like the system?
It's like I like World of Darkness, but I hate this. I hate the way the changeling works, man. They seem so. It's because it's all about the giving into your urges is the way I read it, and not giving in too much, you fall too much over to the other side. And it's like
yeah, it is all about balance.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It just felt that the whole setting was a bit bland compared to what I was expecting it to be.
Interesting.
No, I'm not talking about the setting you set up, but quite literally the.
No, I know, but I've always found the Changeling to be one of the more interesting settings of World of Darkness. I'm just interested to see the opinion. Yeah. Yeah,
it's more the way because I started reading a bit afterwards, and the way I saw it was like, if you're a changeling, so basically you're a normal guy in the normal world doing your thing, or you're a changeling in the other world, and you might be in a certain situation, and you have house rivalry, and you have the entire like, we're all about to find Ascension almost. It felt like, to use lack of a better term, I don't know what it's actually called, but everybody is trying to like become almost masters, it seemed to me, and no matter which way you pushed, it was either too much or too little, and it was like, I wasn't really impressed. It felt a bit, like I said, bland, and I think it's because the lack of. I think it might not fit me that well. Maybe I don't know.
Fair enough. Well, if you're going to be missing a few sessions anyway, you might be able to catch
looking up. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to catch some of the videos and see what you think after we get going, and see where you go from there.
Yeah, that was my plan. So I was gonna just listen in and have a look. So sorry, Doc, I haven't replied to you, and that's why.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyhow, I'm gonna head on out. So
all right.
Enjoy, guys.
Have a good one.
Yep.
All right.
Go and take care, man.
Bye.
Shit. We just got a big box of pecans, so I've stolen some pecans.
What was the problem that Kim had?
Well,
I mean,
he said something about his unborn kid, so
yeah.
It was.
Yeah, no, it seemed that didn't go well. Yeah.
You mean his unborn child is dead?
That was almost what it sounded like he was saying.
Happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened to my brother.
If that's the case, then I excuse everything.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, that's a rough thing for any couple to have to deal with, especially because I assume that was going to be their first. That's especially rough.
Okay, we don't need to talk about this.
Yeah.
No,
I just wanted to, because I wasn't sure what he said. That's all.
Yeah. I think that's everything on my character, Casey.
Cool. I'm just going to get the cameras sorted back out.
Aside from what his specialties are, he's and his equipment, which is a nice car.
Nice car's always good.
Yeah. Well, yeah, his specialty for charisma is persuasion. For manipulation, it's just cunning. For appearance, it's just style. And intimidation, it's political. Because when you have political connections to the state, that's pretty hefty.
Oh, yeah.
Especially for other small tech companies. It's like, hey, I don't want you to start up, but you can work for me. I'll pay you well. Just corner the market on whatever it is I make.
Always good. Alright, let me just sort this.
And I'm going to mute myself while I crack some pecans open.
Okay.
Cogs?
Pecans.
Pecans?
Nuts.
You don't know what
Oh.
Nuts. Delicious nuts. And they're pecans, not pecans. Whoever says pecans, I will kill you.
Pecans.
Casey, why? Why the fuck would you say that?
Because,
you know what they're called. You're from the South.
Because I'm the
You know what
DM,
they're
and
called.
when you threaten to kill someone, it's never going to end well for you.
Because then you better step up.
Only
Or you're gonna wuss out. So
only
now
I get
you
to threaten to
gotta...
kill people.
Yeah, now you
Now go on,
gotta...
Taylor. Kill the DM.
Yeah.
You
Kill
know what?
all
I've
your
never
ears.
had a pecan pie.
Really? They're really
I've
good.
always wanted to try pecan pie.
You are
I've
not a
ne-
person.
I have never had a bad pecan pie, and I've bought those tiny...
I think we're getting off track, guys.
Let's.
Well,
yeah,
Casey's
let's
fixing
go.
the cameras.
I think we are well off track.
Yeah.
But who's going next?
I'll go next.
Go for it.
Okay, so Jack Underwood is the mortal part of my character.
Mm-hmm.
He's a championship strongman. By that, I don't know if you guys know about that. Do you guys know about championship strongman?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like you lift tires and shit.
You lift tires, you lift weights, you lift things in general, and you bring them places. And the person who does it the fastest while carrying the biggest wins. And he is a championship one. He is won, he has won a tournament, the world tournament. And he has been declared the strongest man in the world at one point. Unfortunately for him, Hathor, the mountain from Game of Thrones, took that title from him.
That son of a bitch.
Afterwards. He is now a sort of like enemy of him, a frenemy in a way. But I digress. Let's see. He's very competitive. That's his nature. He's very what's the word? Very physical. He's a very physical person. He's humongous. He's 6'10", 325 pounds of muscle, just pure muscle. He has crimson eyes, black hair, and he sort of looks like this. He looks like Brian Shaw, because that's the best picture I could get. Looks like this guy.
So I take it.
Looks like a solid dude.
You take it what?
I take it from the crimson eyes that you also went with the changeling eyes for.
I did indeed. He has the eyes, the eye color of blood.
Because they're always bloodshot. Because lifting's rough on the eyes.
Yes.
Hang on, do you actually have red eyes?
Yeah.
My character may be
Crimson
in
eyes.
love with you.
Okay.
Dude, it's Doc's character. Of course, your character is in love with his because he has an unresolved thing that you
Sexual
need to...
tension.
Exactly. And you
Doc
try to resolve that
ignores me.
through
This
character.
changeling,
Yeah.
this red
It doesn't
cap
give me
and troll
enough
just need to
attention
have
in bed.
sex and get it over with.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Doc knows it's happening, but he denies it in
No,
public.
it isn't happening.
See?
In the PMs,
Anyway.
it's like, oh yeah, it's happening.
Shut up. Anyway, in his changeling form, he is even bigger, standing at about 8 foot. He is actually a really thick-skinned person. He actually has granite for his skin. stone chunks on his skin and everything like that.
But that's not like human you, or how does
No,
that?
this is changeling him.
Okay, yes, because like
Fade.
people will notice that if you go without the shirt.
You think? You
Yeah,
think
I was
people
like,
would
yeah.
notice
I
that?
have glued concrete
fuck.
all over my body.
That's cool.
He has a huge scar across his face. He got from a chimera, and legendary chimera that he bested in a fight. He is an attraction of chimera are attracted to him in general, and he then, because of that, he gets into a lot of fights with them.
You attract them
What
and
else?
then fight them.
They're attracted
Sounds
to
like
him
dating.
because they're
He begs
attracted.
them in, and then he kicks the shit out of
He's a
them.
magnet for them. I took the chimera magnet. Flaw. He
This is gonna be
is.
fun.
Yeah, it is gonna be fun, isn't it? I did the Kim route. I was like, yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna take all the flaws.
You went Chimera Magnet.
Doc, me and you both almost went the Kim route with all the flaws.
Mhm.
I almost did it. I'm like, nah, I want Sovereign at 5. I want Resources 5. I want everything maxed. But oh boy, I have every flaw in existence. Don't touch me with peanuts or iron, please.
He's a hulking tank of a man who eats the flesh of his enemies to gain protein so that he's better in shape. And to gain the powers of his enemies if they
That's
are.
in human form, right?
No, not in fey form.
Google iron peanuts. Doing it.
But other than that, he is the guard of the leader. He is the captain of the guard, in fact, because he is just such a ferocious fighter, such a strong, creature in general. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So you mentioned and touched on a couple of your merits already. Your blessings of Atlas, your granite skin. I am curious to know, though, how your lord feels about you being richer than him.
That's a good question.
I mean, he will
how
kill
would
you
I
at some
feel?
point, I'm guessing. But
I mean, why would it be his money? Like, it's probably his allowance, right?
No, it's
From the court?
It's money that he's made in the
From
human
the
world.
court.
Oh, in the human world, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
The Fae, he
bear in
doesn't
mind,
really care.
Bear in mind, resources has nothing to do with the Fey world.
Yeah.
Resources is real world money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me. My character isn't. He's not competitive. He just.
I mean, if he
Well, how do I put
cares
this?
about his money, he could just say, "I'm your lord. That's not your money. It's mine now."
can he?
Is he gonna argue?
Here's the thing. That falls into a kind of a funny area in Changeling. In that, by the old law, yes, he certainly could say that. But by the kind of new balance that's been struck, the Lord might just get lynched if he said that.
Oh boy.
The new balance is kind of almost a consent to rule thing.
They allow me to rule.
So basically, the nobles left, the commoners started ruling themselves, the nobles came back, said, we want to be in charge. Everybody fought, everybody had a big war, and in the end of it, they finally made peace, and they said, okay, well, here's what's going to happen. We'll let the Shi keep ruling, but here's the demands, and here's what's changing.
Mm.
Sort of like the Magna Carta.
Yeah, they kind of... If you think about, like, modern-day Britain, you still have the royal family, and ostensibly they are still in charge, but they're very hindered by Parliament actually making most of the decisions. It's not quite that bad for the Sidhe yet, but it's kind of going that way. So yes, by law, he could say, what's yours is mine, give it to me. But by the same token, he might then be faced with a house full of commoners that say, you know what, screw you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could equally say what's yours belongs to the house, not just to me.
Which might go over a little bit better, yeah.
Yeah, I can make the argument that everyone contributes to the house whether they want to or not. Just to keep things even. Commoners and nobles both contribute. But that if I'm in a tight spot, that might help. Because, like, hey, the nobles have to contribute too.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Just...
Okay,
Or I could claim it for the good of the house, something like that. Like if we're in a bad spot.
Yep. Okay, tell me a bit more about your bizarre quality.
My bizarre quality is, well, I don't quite know. Bizarre quality.
It's
Hold
quite
on.
bizarre.
I'm gonna look at
It's
it.
quite bizarre. That's a quality there, and it's really weird.
It's just because I'm huge. I figure,
6'10" is weird.
Huh?
Being 6'10" as a human is not common.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just kind of your
Physical.
imposing size and stature.
Imposing size, yeah.
Okay.
You could have even pushed it to like 7 feet, because I think Shaq's like 7'1".
Shaq? Really?
Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, he's massive.
Well, that's not that massive. I went to school with a guy that, well, he was an idiot, but that's neither here nor there. But he used to go around telling people that he was 6'13" in high school. And we used to make a joke out of waiting until he was about to walk through a door, and then someone shouting his name, and getting him to turn his head and go side of his face into the door frame.
But yeah, I just looked up. Shaquille O'Neal is 7'1". He is 326 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Shoe size 22, age 45.
Shoe size 22.
Yup, that is a large man.
So,
Yep.
moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's your bizarre quality. Tell me a bit more about your ward.
My ward is my very sick wife. She is bed-stricken with all sorts of things. I didn't really think of it, but probably leukemia. Now that I think
Super cancer.
yeah, leukemia is a blood cancer, and I have to take care of her. And I do whatever I can to protect her and make sure that she's all right. I used a lot of my money to basically make sure that she is comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here.
His mic's fine on my end.
Yeah, but I mean, compared, it's like he's much lower than the rest.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's just speaking a little softer.
Yeah, I was
right-
just speaking a little bit softer before because
Well,
I
yeah,
was
but-
talking about my very sick wife.
No, I'm talking in general. Whenever Casey or Tay talks, it's like
Are you saying I
Can't
have
hear
a
you
big
at all.
mouth?
Yes.
his words, not mine.
I'll
see.
remember
I'm
that.
innocent.
I'll remember that, both of you.
I'm just gonna wash my hands of this.
So,
and-
Doc, where is Jack from? Where does he live?
Jack is from California, Hollywood.
Ooh.
He lives there because that is where, all the rich people live.
So he's not
That
too
you're
far
strong.
from his lord at that point either.
No. He's like, what, a few hours away? Because, let's face it, California has the most horrendous traffic.
A few hours by road, yeah, much faster if he flew.
Yeah, it would also be faster to fly.
By far, yeah. And you are also a member of the Wild Hunt.
I am indeed.
So, your full title, then, would be Guard Captain Ferris the Huntsman.
Amazing.
Were you going, I didn't see, I had originally thought you had said you were going to take a point in rank to represent the,
That's right.
being a knight.
I completely forgot about that. I'm going to take off Calming Presence and put a rank in Knight.
Okay.
Rank.
What is your resources deck, by the way, Doc?
4.
Okay. I had a cheeky suggestion, but no, it's fine.
What? Getting 5 in resources?
No, you could drop 1 to account for having to spend all the money taking care of your wife to account for the knight.
Oh, no.
That would also mean you're not richer than your boss.
Yeah.
You're as rich.
He's gotta hold that over your head, so...
Yeah. I think that was Taylor's real plan.
Yeah, that's basically
It half was, but it made sense as well. This is why I went with that. Hey, this makes sense. You technically have more than this.
Okay. So, who is next? Not everybody at once.
Oh, okay.
Also,
I can go.
took the common sense feat. I just want to
Yeah,
say
I did see that. I also
Yeah.
find it very ironic that you have a Fae who has an allergy to iron, and then you have a resistance to it.
Oh no, I didn't take iron allergy.
Oh, did you not? I thought you said you did.
No, I never did. I took some other
okay.
things.
Fair enough.
I did the Changeling Eyes and the Echoes too instead.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
It was super tempting, but like not being able to go into homes is rough. The park would probably hurt to be at, just physically, would just hurt.
Yeah. All right, Madman. Tell me a bit about you.
Okay, I'm playing Colin. He is Clurichan, and he's a punk rocker. He was previously a grump, but he was reincarnated into a wilder. So he is now in his very rebellious phase of his life, which is fine. So he hates the status quo and the man, and he has his own like sense of I don't know what's right with the world and what's wrong. So
Not enough rock.
punk rock. Like in his normal day life, he is in a band. He's a singer in this band, and they are usually just playing in dive pubs and stuff like that. So it's not famous. He's more like you gotta be in those kinds of circles to know about him. But at that point,
No.
and it's fine. And he's more of a he enjoys getting into fights, and his band is notorious for the gig often ends with a fight, which kind of a lot of those types of people come to his shows. So it's a bit of a two-thing deal when someone book him. It's like, okay, we will take away all the like fancy glass and just take plastic cups that day because we know how the day will end up. And yeah.
Can I just say that definitely the demons are gonna book you, and it's gonna be one hell of a party now.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. We're gonna be best friends. It's gonna
You're gonna
be great.
incite demons to fight each other.
Yeah. Yo, that would be fucking awesome.
So where does Colin normally live?
It's a combination between a very cheap renting apartment, like in some parts of California. He's originally from Ireland, but he's always traveling, so he has nowhere that he lives like permanently. So it's like between couch surfing to living in a like cheap hotel or something. But he still has his collection because he is a compulsive collector, something that he didn't really shake from his previous reincarnation. So he enjoys to gather like old CD discs, especially if they are rare or if they are like signed. And I'm not just talking about the disc, but the whole case got to be there. So it's like a package deal, like this old CD, and it's got to be like the little pamphlet thing that's in there also got to be in there. And the more rare and the more fancy basically it is, the better. So he's basically has a very big portfolio with him right now, I'm guessing, like with his collection.
Or like you carry a brief, like a moving case full of CDs instead of clothes.
Yeah, basically. So
God,
he's like okay, collection, clothes, fuck clothes. this is where it's at.
This my life.
Yeah. So his priorities are very clear. Like, this is his life. Clothes, I can buy new clothes. Plus, I don't really wash, so fuck that.
I don't have a washer and dryer anyway.
Yeah, and the reason I mentioned that he was previously a grump was because previously he was in like an orchestra, and his mentor actually liked him at that point. He thought it was top notch, and he does not approve of my wild ways and the way I'm using the violin now. So I'm holding it wrong. Instead of doing like this, I'm holding it like this and like doing stuff like that. It's not correct. So he's very mad at me, and he's a bit deranged, I think. I forgot him if he was just insane mentor that has resentment. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
He's a bit of a special person.
Alright.
Do we each have one? Someone who fucking wants to hates us and wants to kill us?
No. Madman actually took the flaws: insane mentor and mentor's resentment.
No, I know.
I like that combination. Like, yes. Like, I'm just picturing someone who's like still like in this 1800 gear. Like, yeah.
If you did not take any merits or flaws that refer to a mentor, then it basically means you either did not have a mentor or they are no longer active